Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're into bikepacking, if you're in the right place, then welcome to my home. I'd like to thank the people that hit the like button in the last video. A lot of likes, really appreciate that. And the ones who subscribed, thanks very much. So this video is about getting your bike ready for bikepacking. So say you've got a new bike, or you're getting into bikepacking, you've got a bike, or you built a bike and you want to make it more bikepacking friendly, which really means is creating more space on your bike. So I thought this video might help some people, and I have to do this anyway because I'm planning to get out next week for a few nights trip, you know, get back in the swing of things. So let's start. Guys, I gotta turn the mic around because the last video I realized the mic, the sound wasn't good as soon as I pointed the other way. So just getting used to this camera. All right, so get your bike ready for bikepacking before you put all the bags on. So why don't I have bags on it? Let me explain. We all know good old volley straps, right? I have been using these for years. Anybody into bikepacking, these are the main straps to use, and they've got a really good reputation. They're actually not designed by Volley. They just have the rights to brand it. My impression is that, my understanding, they were invented 30 years ago by a mountaineer, skier type guy, and then he's given the rights to Volley to brand it and market it. So I'm replacing all these, which is really hard to say because I didn't think I would ever replace these. These are just perfect. Well, it looks like Sea Summit has done a little bit of an improvement on it, which is making a big difference. They basically put an extra strap. So when you attach it to a bike, it pulls it in much tighter, and it holds it much more secure so it doesn't move left or right. So a few months ago, I contacted Sea Summit regarding this frying pan. I couldn't get a hold of it. It was all out of stock, and they were even out of stock. So I ordered a few things from them, and when I was ordering and talking to them, I wanted a new compression bag, the E-Vent by Sea Summit. As I've got a big sleeping bag, the Big Agnes Zero, I believe it's a 0 Fahrenheit sleeping bag, way good sleeping bag, just a bit bulky. Now, I used to have Sea Summit's dry bags, E-Vent ones, years ago, and I remembered how well they compress stuff. So I needed to compress the sleeping bag down really small. So I ordered this is a small one, and I ordered the big one, or not big one, sorry, medium one, and it worked perfectly for compression. And while I was on the phone to these guys in Australia, I mentioned about bikepacking, and then they mentioned about the straps, the Volley straps. So I ordered them in grey, but they sent them in orange, the Sea Summit color, by mistake. Now, I contacted them. It's just a simple mistake. They sent the wrong order. And I said to them, okay, could you resend them out the grey ones, and I'll send back the new ones. Or sorry, can you send me out the grey ones, and I will send back the what do you call it, the orange ones? And they said, yeah, sure. And then they said, no, don't worry about sending them back. Just we'll send you new ones. Do whatever you want with the old ones. So I'm thinking I'm going to give all these orange ones away. So I will think of an idea how to give them away, something simple for you guys. Get a hold of them. Now, you can't get them in the US, you can't get them in Europe, you can only get them in Australia. I have a set, well, a lot of them, all different sizes of each brand. So I will send that out to one lucky winner. I'll just think of some silly thing to give it away. All right. Now, let's talk about getting your bike ready. Damn, that took 4 minutes, 5 minutes. All right, so let's talk about getting your bike ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take this stuff off. just just experimenting with these straps. As you can see, they go around, and the same one down here. And you see what I mean? It just wraps around it. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. So it's all clear. Okay, all right. Oh, bike, dude. Strip the bike down. Just seeing what it looked like. All right, so let me set this up. Give us a second, guys. Put it on this table or something like that, or whatever. I'll figure a way to set this up. Give us a second. Okay, guys. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create space on the bike, extra space. So the first thing I do, this is a acrylic cage. I've been using these for years and they're pretty good. But I'm not going to be using them like on the front fork. I've got other ideas for that, but I'm just going to be using it here this time. Now, my original plan was to put it here like that. Now, if I do that, that's why I've got the frame bag on. You've got to put your frame bag on and find out what space you've got to work with. Okay, let me take away this volley strap because I'm trying to see if you can actually put stuff on without even using cages, which you can with these. I called it a volley strap. See the summit strap. Stretch lock or something it's called. See, new. All right, so what we've got to do is put this here. Realize that the frame bag will block it. So I used a smaller one. I'll put a link in the description where I got it, basically Amazon. So these go around. They have a little bit of reflective glue. You just feed it through. Might as well go this way. It would actually make more sense. Let's see. There we are. Yeah, that's better. So just feed it through. Feed it around. Now this frame bag you see on the bike, Sang just made that for me because we're waiting to order from Bike Dude. I need some bag until we get the money up to order, because we're ordering two. We're going to order one for Sang, for her bike, and one for my bike, to save money on shipping and stuff like that. There, we'll order both at the same time. So as you're aware, Bike Dude makes the best. So let's get this. There you are. So that's done. Now, what would you be putting under here? All right. I see a lot of people, they will put water bottles under here. All right. So the way it works is, this is the monkey cage by Dawn. And it would just go like that. That's it. Bottles on, etc. Now the point is, I think I did that at the start. I wouldn't keep water bottles there. It's just because this whole thing becomes mud. And if you can see it's all chewed. That was a rat in Laos. So I thought it was like a hamster, you know, those hamster bottles. So basically, water bottle, if you're going to use a water bottle, use one of these. This is called a dirt bottle or a gravel bottle by Camelback. All it is a lid on top. So it just keeps it clean. So if you are going to decide to put water there, right, so it just goes like that. That's it, locked in place. At least you can still drink from it because of the cap. So, but I am not going to be using it for water. I'm going to be using it for my fuel. Now, this is an MSR 20 ounce fuel bottle. I am switching that out to the 30 ounce because I'm using petrol or alcohol, depending on my cook system I'm using, but 30 ounce obviously is going to last me longer. And I don't have to stop at the gas station, because every time I stop at the gas station, even to put a couple of bucks worth into one of these canisters, I end up going in and buying chocolate and a few beers and stuff. Cost me about 30 bucks by the time I walk out. So I'm trying to cut that down. So this is going to have my fuel, and this one's an L-shaped one, and just got there. So I keep my fuel there. Some people keep cook sets there. You could fit a jet boil there, depending on the width of your BB bracket. So that's one thing done. That's out of the way. That's permanently going to stay there. Not a big deal. The next one I'm going to work on is this front. Now, I'm running carbon, and the few things to look at. Let me just pull this back. Let me move it over. Yep, it's a little bit better. Okay, so if you have eyelets on it, your life is easy. All right, but I don't. I have a carbon fork, so I have to find a way to attach it. Now, I used to use Gorilla cages. I believe I used them a couple of years ago, and I used them up until about last year. I used them, but I'm doing it a different way this time. First of all, I want to explain something. If somebody is on a budget, okay, if you're on a budget and you're wondering how you're going to attach your anything cage or your Blackburn cage to this, okay, without spending a lot of money, zip ties and electrical tape, it works. It doesn't move. All you do is zip tie it together and run electrical tape around it. It will never come off. I mean, it costs you $2 to basically attach one of these things. But I have the mule. So the first thing is, let me show you the mule. The mule is this, and it's gonna go attached like that, okay? So that's my mule, and it's that means that I can disconnect this anything cage from the mule. And if I don't want to use these cages for a different setup, if I'm going lighter or don't need the whatever I'm putting in here, then I would put the mule, what he calls, on it. So first thing to do is stick it at the back, and I've already put it on the rack, and I just find exactly where I want it. Now, when you're putting it on, guys, make sure it's the same height on the other side, because maybe you've got a quick release. Make sure you can move it so that doesn't get in the way. That's why I put it all together. All right, so zip tie again. And just feed it through. Yeah, there it is. As I say, I keep the cage on it when I'm doing it, because that way I know exactly. There. So I'll put another one there and one there, zip tie. Okay, and I'll do that later. But as you say, it's very simple. Just 3 zip ties and you're done. Now, you could use this tool. Joe sent it to me from Mule. He sent that with me, but it's fine just pulling it, you know. There's no big difference. So, what would you keep here? Now, I've done many different setups over the years. I've actually had food in there. I had winter clothes in there. So the bag I use, and I'll put a link in the description, is the Dawn bags. Okay, I have been using these for years. These are the best bags. Good price as well, like not expensive. So I would have like winter gear in there, and then the other side is my winter gear in the sense of clothes, and the other side would be my summer gear, depending on the setup. Or, which I'm thinking about, is this is a new bag, and it's a cooler bag. So if I was putting food in there, I'll be using one of these cooler bags. I've been looking for something like this for a long time. As you can see, it's reflective inside, so I can put my meats and my fresh food and stuff in that there and throw an ice bottle of water inside and it will keep it cool. So these are new bags. They're about a few months old. I haven't had a chance to test them, but I believe if they're the same quality, which they look like, just the only difference is the liner as the Dawn ones, which I know for years, so I'm not too worried about that. The other thing is water. So these are my water bottles. So I'll be putting, for this setup I'm working on, is going to be water, and that's 2 liters each side, 64 ounces or 62 ounces. These are like Yeti bottles. Exact same, no difference, except they cost $22 instead of like 80 bucks. So that's going to be my water. So I'm going to have 2 liters there and 2 liters on the other side for this setup. Or you can put clothes, or you can put food, or you can put your sleeping bag or tent, anything you want. With this setup with the zip ties connected, it'll hold the weight, no problem, no problem. I put in, the worst I've ever put in is about 3 kilos. So, but as I say, I'm going to be using it for water, which is 2 kilos. Next is, let me get this set up. Oh, next thing, let's see. Touch the back of the screen. Okay, harnesses. Now, for years, I've been using the material harnesses. I've used the ones where the harness just attaches to the bike. It's made of material like a V21X or something like that there, which most bikepacking bag harnesses are made of. I've also used the harness that's attached to the bag itself. I actually liked that for a while. I did. I thought that was pretty cool. You just stuff everything in, pull everything out. But on rainy days, you want to be able to just unhook it. Okay, you just want to be able to easy unhook your dry bag and bring it into your tent. So I'm going to show you this. This is the solution I went for and I've been using for, yeah, I can see it. Okay, where did I do it? Okay, so this is the solution that I have changed to, and I didn't really want to go hard harness at the start. I just thought it'd be something else that would break. When you have material, it doesn't really break, it just wears, you know. So this is a spider. Now you can see I've actually got bigger bolts on it at the moment. Just have to get them trimmed. The normal bolts will go in and it will fit perfectly. I've just done a little bit of a mod. I put a water bottle on top of it because I liked to have the water bottle in the center. So an extra length screw meant that I could fit this bracket on. So let me show you how easy this is to put on. If I can find my multi-tool, and I had it sitting here. Ah, there it is. Okay. All right, so the way this works is, this is a spider. Same company makes my pods. So this, technically, this is the way it's supposed to be. Forget this, what do you call it, cage. This is the way it's supposed to be. Technically, it's supposed to fit just like that on your handlebars, facing that way. This is the Aero Spider, right? This is how it's supposed to fit, but because I've got these new titanium bars, they block it from coming up. Most people will have just the straight bars, but I can still use it. So I reverse it. Let me just get the wires out of the way. All right, so this goes like, connects to the strap system, which is a bolt that pulls back on tension. There you are. And do the same with the other one. Now you can see the straps, the way it works. The straps are rubber, so they pull it in really tight. So you have a little bolt and it just clips onto it around your handlebars, and then when you tighten the screw, it just pulls that tight. So very little thing to break. Now I've been using this mechanism 4. Oh, there you are. So let me just get it straight. Move it over. Okay, so that's roughly center. Okay, so let me show you. You can see the bolt here. Hopefully the camera's catching that, the little bolt. So find an Allen key. This is my Tokes, what do you call it? Toolkit, multi-kit, which I built this bike with. It's 7 years old. It's called Alien. Okay, it's rusty, but God, it is good. All right, which tool is it? It's got to be this one. Yeah, it is. So you just turn it. And it pulls it in tight. Same on the other side. And it's pulling the 2 screws towards you, or towards the camera. I really like this system. It's the same as the racking system they have. It's just very little mechanics to go wrong. Probably have to straighten that up later, but just to give an idea. So there you are. Tighten it. The other side. You just go till it's completely tight. So you can see, so your bag will just go under like that. Oh, this cable's back there. Okay, see, cables are out of the way. So this would just go up here like that, and you just bring it around and you clip it into place. Now you just adjust your straps tight. So every time I don't actually adjust them, all I do is just bring it around and pull it together and it stays in place. So there you are, you've got yourself a harness, permanent one. What's also good about this harness is when I'm not riding, all right, let me just open this. The straps, when I'm not doing bike packing, the straps just go right around and they're out of the way. So nothing's dangling, nothing's, what do you call it, floppy or anything got there. And then the water bottle, put it in there. Now I'm going to have this adjusted to go up about like that at an angle. And then I'll just tighten all this here stuff up. So that's my harness. I have switched to a hard harness. I find it easier, especially when you put the dry bags in and you're trying to pull down the ropes. When you've got the ones that are, you know, material, they move too much. You know, you can eventually get them tight, but this way it's just against this. So it's brilliant, really good. Next thing is, hopefully this video is not too long, is, unclip this. A couple other things I add to the bike. The cockpit, let me show you guys, so you gotta look. Okay, so the cockpit here used to be really complicated in the sense of all the crap I used to have on it. Like I had GPS, I even had an alarm on it. Can you believe it? I had an alarm on it, unbelievable. So GPS, phone, gimbals, GoPros, mounts with a gimbal on it and a gimbal facing me, microphone, a whole bunch of stuff, right? I'm keeping it simple. It just became too crowded. So the first thing is this. This is a quad lock for your Garmin, iPhone, whatever it may be. So that's going to go right here. Let me pull that up. So put my phone there, or my GPS, but also I made a mod on my drone controller, so it will fit there as well. And then underneath this is, I haven't tightened this up. Bring it like that. So underneath will be the camera. I'll just adjust that and stuff later. But yeah, so the camera will go underneath there for the front shots. The other thing I add to my bike is this mount. I was out riding last night. Okay, let me adjust that. And that's my Nog light. Now, if you're running Dynahub, I mean, definitely go for Supernova. There's a few different companies out there, but Supernova is really good. I'm not running a Dynahub on this setup. So this has got a battery, and it's got the light. So during the day, I take this part off, and my solar panel goes into this battery and charges, and then from the solar it charges my gadgets, or from the battery it charges my gadgets. So this light does two functions. If I'm riding at nighttime, then I switch it on, or if I'm riding early in the morning or fog, I switch it on. But generally it's used as a battery bank, as I'm not much of a night rider. So that there. And the other thing is, at the end, the last thing I put on permanently is my Nog light. I love this one. This is really good. It just clips to here. What I like about it is when I have a seat post bag, I just unclip it and then clip it to the seat post bag. It's very versatile, and if I go into the shop, I can easily take it off, because you know, some people steal your lights. I definitely take this off when I go in to a shop. And that's it. So basically, to make it more bikepacking friendly, I put on a cage at the front fork. I put a place to store water or a cook set, or for me, fuel. I add a harness, and it's permanent, guys. It's really good. I mean, I really like this harness. It just really pulls up. I add a quad lock, which lets me use my phone or GPS or my drone controller. And it's because it's got a GoPro mounting, then the DJI action cam can fit there. My light, something that stays on the bike anyway, you know, generally. Just undo this, take it out when I go into shops. And the same with the rear one. So, oh, gotta mention, yeah, I should definitely give away those straps. All right, I'll think about that. I'll do something in the next video, just a giveaway. Don't forget, check out, all right, let me turn this around. So don't forget, check out the channel, hit subscribe, and check out the website. Appreciate it, guys. See you next time, where I get the bike ready by building the core setup. All right, hopefully get out soon.